And on this Wednesday, April 8th, 2026 edition of Newsmakers, Pope Leo says he sees the announced ceasefire and the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran as a sign of hope and calls for diplomacy to prevail. He says, following these last hours of great tension for the Middle East and for the whole world, I welcome with satisfaction and as a sign of true hope the announcement of an immediate truce for 2 weeks. Only through going back to the negotiation can we reach the end of the war. Florida is faced with a legal and political battle over religion, security, and immigration. Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a new bill that targets Sharia Law, giving state authorities the power to designate terrorist organizations. The governor claims some immigrants from Muslim countries are engaged in stealth jihad. He expects a federal lawsuit, but says the state is prepared to defend and win on appeal. Texas education officials are considering sweeping changes to social studies classes. There would be an emphasis on U.S. and Texas history with a focus on Christianity's influence. Religious leaders, teachers, parents, and students spent hours yesterday before the state education board arguing about the reading list for the state's 5.4 million K-12 students. The list stems from a state law passed in 2023 that calls for the creation of a state-approved list of high-quality reading materials. A final vote on the list is expected in June, and if approved by the Texas State Board of Education, the changes would take effect in 2030. The case is being dismissed against the protester who allegedly disrupted a Minnesota Easter service. Police said the woman was arrested at City's Church in St. Paul on Sunday after failing to comply with orders. Emily Heather Phillips of Stevens Point, Wisconsin, spent the night in jail after being charged with 4 misdemeanor counts. She, along with other demonstrators, disrupted the service to protest an ICE official who works as a pastor at City's Church. However, police told the Minnesota Star Tribune that they intend to resubmit the case to the city attorney. A British pastor was charged with manslaughter today in the drowning of a 61-year-old man at a backyard baptism ceremony. Prosecutors say 48-year-old Cheryl Bartley faces 1 count of gross negligent manslaughter for the death of Robert Smith on October 8, 2023 in Birmingham. The life-changing ministry ceremony was being held in a kiddie pool and live-streamed on Facebook. Bartley is scheduled to appear May 14th in Birmingham Magistrates Court. And that's Newsmakers for this Wednesday, April 8th, 2026 edition. I'm Keith Black.